In today's news, PENN disappointed in MONIES return to Treasury. Honorable Julian FRASER speaks on BVI horse racing. New BVI Cricket Association president outlines ambitious plans to advance cricket in the BVI. And BVI Football Association team ready ahead of the USVI Derby. Our viewers, these are more stories when 284 News return. Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here. My name is Kamal Haynes. Most of you know me from 284 News, but now you get to see me in a different light on my very own show called Health is Wealth. We have Joel Turnbull.
I don't want you to arch your back when you're pulling down.
Milton McLean.
First of all, right, your footwork.
Steve Augustine.
You did a pretty hard workout today, so perhaps...
And as you can see, it's actually...
Alonzo Boynes.
Taekwondo.
Adam Murrows.
I'll speak as if you're an absolute beginner.
I am an absolute beginner.
You are an absolute beginner.
And Seth Graham.
It bites. It will bite.
Get your water, get your fruits and veggies, and experience a wealth of knowledge about getting healthy.
Angie, how can I get my claims paid quick? Rent's due next week.
CG processes 99% of claims within 5 days. Remember when I was hang gliding with those goats? I caught a gust of wind and flew right into a moving car. Every appendage was in the cast, and they paid fast and fairly. That's what I get for trusting a man with a mustache and an eye patch. Now I gotta go. I'm meeting the guy who bedazzled my toes.
99% of claims are processed within 5 days. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Welcome viewers to the Thursday, March 21st, 2024 edition of 284 News. I am Kamal Haynes, bringing you the latest out of the British Virgin Islands. Leading today's news at the most recent opposition press conference, opposition member Honorable Marlon PENN, who serves as the 8th District Representative, criticized the government of the Virgin Islands over an exorbitant amount of monies returned to the Treasury. PENN said funds could have been utilized into economic development in the British Virgin Islands and capital projects other than being pushed back to the Treasury.
And that dovetails into the issue surrounding our economy. I am deeply concerned with the state of our economy, or the lack thereof, in terms of the sluggish nature of our economy. We're 4 months in, almost 4 months into this year. And it was uncovered a few months ago in the House of Assembly that our government, in the large budget cycle, allowed close to, at a minimum, over $50 million that was budgeted and collected that should have gone towards the development of our economy to go back to the Treasury and go unused.
Honorable PENN's comments was one of many at the press conference as fellow opposition members accused the Wheatley-led administration of spending too much on tourism events and on travel. PENN said the government is incapable and incompetent of handling the affairs of the country.
This is $50 million that could be used to deal with the failing and dilapidated public infrastructure. This is money that should have been used to address the water woes that persist within our constituencies and this entire territory complain about year in, day in, after day. This is money that should have gone in the peak of the hurricane, about to head into the hurricane season. Yet our drains and our water woes are still not addressed. We're still at a point where in this new budget cycle, 4 months in, we're not seeing the activity on the ground. We're in the middle of the tourism season, yet the place is unkept. As one taxi driver told me on the beach the other day, that the bush is pulling the tourists out of that bus when they pass across, going through the communities. They're splashing them on the roads when they drive through some communities. And the road continues, and the deterioration of the infrastructure continues under the watch of this government. So we are well on our way to allow more monies to go back into the Treasury, and we're no closer to addressing the failing infrastructure in this territory because this government obviously has no plan. They lack the capacity to get the works budgeted, executed, and the people are the ones who are suffering. the businesses who would need that fund to circulate within the economy, the single mothers and the families who are struggling, who needs the necessary support to help them to challenge some of these difficult times that we're faced with as a country. The small businesses, we were promised a National Business Bureau. We're now going into April. No business bureau, limited funding to even give any kind of technical supports or even soft loans or financial supports to businesses who definitely need a shot in the arm in this current environment. But yet, over $50 million of budgeted funds that were collected went back into a treasury, and this government still seems to don't have a clue how to move forward.
PENN also accused this government of having no plan and lacking the capacity to get the work done while people and businesses suffer. Well, 3rd District Representative Honorable Julian Fraser, when asked about the state of horse racing at a recent press conference, gave his take on the matter. Fraser represents the district of where horse racing has been held in the BVI for decades.
Horse racing is very important to the territory. If you don't know it, you just talk to people, the business people, the business community, whether it's car rentals or hoteliers, restaurateurs, and even the average man on the street who don't even go to the race but benefits from people who come to see the horses run. And this is a problem that's been going on for a long time. It just reached a crescendo after Hurricane Irma with that track and the government. I know that when I was Minister for Communications and Works, and being the district representative, the Premier wanted me to take over the track. And I said no. What I would do is I would administer the infrastructure of the track, the capital portion of the track, but as far as the business end of it, no. It's because I felt, and I still feel that way, that that administrative role of the track is above the pay grade of any minister who is not the Premier. The type of negotiations that has to take place is not in the purview of a regular minister. So I stayed away from that. And I watched, if you look at the developments on the track itself, during the time I was there, and since, you would notice that because I was only concentrating on the physical aspects of the track, it couldn't be matched subsequent to that.
Additionally, he said persons need to refrain from casting blame to the Thomas family without being fully aware of what inspired or transpired to cause the demise of horse racing in the Virgin Islands.
What is happening now, from my understanding, and I know a lot about what's taking place right now, people on the street are doing a lot of talking without or should I say with little or no knowledge of what's going on. I know what's going on. And it's still within the purview of the Premier to be able to deal with the situation. I think people should be cautious with being loose and fast with their lips. I think people should be cautious with being slandering people and their names, the good families who are responsible in the track, for no reason whatsoever being ostracized among the public. And that is wrong. I think people should commit themselves to stopping that kind of behavior. I believe that at some point, the truth will come out as to what's really taking place. The government has a lot of blame in this matter. Since 2007, the grandstands have been damaged. 2017, the grandstands have been damaged, and I dare you to show me any indication that government has a committed interest in that racetrack, because nothing has been done to it. The running service has been decimated completely, and they're talking about the track. What has happened to the track since Hurricane Irma? One man has committed himself to having horse races at a scale that was not one that we were accustomed to.
Well, up next, viewers, more local news.
He hit me. Will CG cover this?
Don't worry. Remember when I was in that competitive arm wrestling circuit? 3-time champion, baby! I did feel bad crushing all those arms and dreams. So I took them all out for ice cream. And then we got crushed. Anyway, CG handled my claims fast.
That explains the arm.
The best cover for the best value. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Yo, everything good there?
Aye. This thing got me one way that day.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, I can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What do you really? Hey, this ain't like you, you know?
Dad, this thing got me staying home. Keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talk about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know, I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hooked, I tell you.
Welcome back, viewers. Neil Hayes, recently elected as the president of the BVI Cricket Association, has announced his intentions to spearhead a comprehensive 5-year plan aimed at elevating cricket in the Virgin Islands to new heights. Hayes, who assumed the presidency following elections on Saturday, March 9th, is joined by a newly elected executive team comprising Richard Francis as vice president, Tamika Johnson as assistant secretary, Vashal Percival as treasurer, Marcia Fredericks Nicholson as assistant secretary, Sanjay Greenidge as public relations officer, Ebony Williams and Craig Grant as committee members. In his first interview with 284 Media since assuming office, Hayes unveiled plans to formulate a strategic roadmap for the future of cricket in the territory. He emphasized the importance of input from both the board and the wider cricket community in shaping the development agenda, noting that it ranks high on the new board's list of priorities.
Priorities are, we just need a plan. You know, I think cricket needs a plan. It needs a plan for the next 5 years. And how do we build a plan? Well, that's not really down to me. You know, that's down to the cricket community. And I think, you know, our role as the board is to engage with the cricket community, seek their input, ask the clubs what their priorities are, you know, and then we can build a plan that we can commit to for 5 years and work to that. And then also people can hold the board, you know, a board accountable for that, right? And whether they're delivering against that plan. And I think that's what, in my view, needs to happen for us to have a productive, you know, not just a productive season, but, you know, productive seasons ongoing. And, you know, there are lots of different conversations. Like I said, you know, some clubs want to see kids cricket prioritised. Other clubs want to see better facilities, you know. Some want, you know, more prize money, you know, like, and really what we have to do is just listen to the clubs and see what the priorities are, and then we can lay down a really good plan for, I think, the next 5 years.
When asked about his decision to pursue the presidency, Hayes expressed confidence in his vision to achieve the necessary objectives to propel cricket in the Virgin Islands forward.
What's on my mind is it's a very difficult thing to have a cricket association that doesn't get a lot of funding outside of the very generous sponsorship that some of the businesses here provide us. The positions, like I said earlier, are the volunteer positions, and everybody that's volunteered, as I understand it, always has a job. So they're doing that as almost like a second job, and it's a lot to take on board. You know, I think it's a lot of work for people. It's a lot of commitment. It definitely isn't an easy. When I talked to the previous president and everybody that's been involved, you know, some of those guys have put an awful lot of work into cricket here. And my view, and the reason I put my hand up, is I think for the good of cricket, for the future of cricket, we need more people involved. Actually, I think we need to think about the structure of how we manage that, and we need to be realistic about what our expectations are, and we need a plan. You know, and I'm very happy to be somebody that I think can put some energy into trying to create a plan, create a structure, engage some people, so that we've got, you know, enough people to make a bright future for cricket.
Hayes also commended his fellow board members, highlighting their collective expertise and dedication to the betterment of cricket in the BVI.
To everybody that put the hand up, like that's I think a pretty brave thing to do, you know, and volunteer to say, look, I'll take this on, and in my spare time, you know, try and do something to contribute to cricket. So I think, you know, they're pretty brave to do that because it's quite a big undertaking, and you see that from previous members of the board. I mean, look at somebody like Tamika Johnson. She's been involved for a long time. She knows, you know, her eyes are wide open. She knows how much work it takes. You know, cricket, I think, is very lucky to have somebody like Tamika able to play a part in that. You know, I think everybody there has got a lot of passion for cricket, and that was quite clear in the elections. You know, there was some really good, really less so much with the elections, but more just a discussion about cricket. You know, there's so much passion from, you know, the representatives, and that's really important. You know, I think if you had a quiet audience where everybody sits and doesn't say anything in those kind of meetings, then that would be a bigger concern. And I think it's great that the new members of the board in my view, were all very vocal in those discussions. They all had opinions. They've all got, you know, they want to see things better. And I think, you know, we just need to kind of bottle that passion and put it into a plan to make cricket move forwards.
Addressing the challenge of securing sponsorship, Hayes revealed plans to introduce innovative strategies aimed at attracting increased and more meaningful sponsorship to support the sport. By diversifying funding sources and cultivating partnership, he aims to bolster financial support for cricket initiatives in the territory.
The sponsors that we have and have had for many years, we've got some very loyal sponsors that have supported cricket. They're hugely valued, right? And, you know, I think honestly we have some sponsors that turn out and sponsor cricket year in, year out, and probably don't think much about what return they're getting for that sponsorship. You know, they're just doing it out of the sort of generosity and loyalty, which of course the cricket community really appreciates. But I think we need to think about how we can give something back to those people that are gonna sponsor us. You know, what are they going to get in return? Whether that's visibility of their product or brand, what that engagement might look like, or something that genuinely is for the betterment of the community. You know, I know there's a lot of conversation in the cricket community about how can we take cricket to a younger generation, involve people in schools. How do we get sponsorship for that? How do we go about doing that? You know, they're not easy things to go and do, but they are the types of things that we need to be talking about. And, you know, I'm pretty confident there'll be sponsors out there that want to play a part in something like that, rather than necessarily just maybe sponsor a team.
The election of Hayes signals a renewed commitment to the sport's growth and development following the sudden resignation of former President Virendra Bharat. Well, the British Virgin Islands men's senior football team is gearing up for a historic clash against their counterparts from the United States Virgin Islands in the first of two FIFA World Cup qualifiers on Friday. One more in this report. The British Virgin Islands team, led by head coach Chris Kiwomia, is brimming with confidence as they prepare to embark on the first leg of this highly anticipated encounter in St. Croix. Speaking to 284 Media prior to the team's departure, Coach Chris expressed his satisfaction with his team's preparations, noting that they are in good spirits and fully focused on the task at hand.
We have confidence. We've been playing pretty well. You know, we had a good Nations League campaign, just failed out by 1 point by qualifying. We've got to be confident in what we're trying to do, but it's going to be a very difficult game, and we've got a lot of respect for the US Virgin Islands because we know it will be a difficult game.
Okay, and in terms of, you know, the training, I know some of the team members would have had to return from overseas, but I know there's still a large contingent of locals who are here on the ground that are part of the team as well. Speak about the composition of the team.
Yeah, listen, you know, we have obviously BVI players playing abroad, but, you know, the BVI national team's got to be represented by the BVI local players, the majority of them, and that's what we want to try and do. So the players and the supporters can both connect. You know, we've come together. We haven't had a lot of time together, but we're looking forward to obviously the two games, especially the home game here in Tortola, where hopefully we can get the victory.
Captain Kavon Troy Caesar echoed his coach's sentiments, labeling the match as one of the biggest competitions for the BVI team, with a steely determination in his voice, Caesar emphasized the team's unwavering mindset to emerge victorious in this crucial derby encounter.
Coming off the last window, we have been performing very well. We took that energy from last window and we brought it into the camp, and everybody came in with a positive mindset. We all know that World Cup qualifiers is one of the biggest competitions where we could perform for the country, and we came here with the mindset to win. The ball is wrong. We're not underestimating anyone, but we came here with the mindset to win, as well as we know that USVI is doing their homework on us, and we are doing the same as well. So we're just trying to prepare and work on what we have in store for Friday, and then we're going to work from there. We're not just going to look at Friday as just that winning to just win and just relax. We're just taking it one game at a time, and then we move on from there.
Insert clip 2. Adding to the optimism within the BVI camp was star striker Luka Chilwell, who was the top scorer for the team in the recent CONCACAF Nations League. Chilwell expressed his eagerness to replicate his goal-scoring prowess in the upcoming qualifiers, emphasizing his readiness to contribute to the team's success on this historic journey.
I want to carry my form into these games coming up. I want to keep scoring goals and helping the team win games and progress into the World Cup qualifiers. That's the most important thing, and winning this game against USVI. I feel very good coming into these games. I feel fit, and I just want to help the team as much as possible, to be honest. And yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
And I know previously you would have had a little nickel here and there in terms of little, slight bruises or whatever the case is as it pertains to injury list. How are you feeling now? You're back 100% ready and ready to go?
Yeah, 100% ready. I'm ready. Yep. I got full 90 in me coming up in these games. I'm ready to go.
Insert clip 3. However, it's not just about the goal scorers. Every player's contribution is vital, as striker Tyler Forbes highlighted. Forbes, who underwent a rigorous rehabilitation process following his recent injury, exuded confidence as he declared his full recovery and anticipation of returning to the field come Friday.
I feel good. I had a big injury towards the end of the last game against Dominica. I was out for a couple of months, but I managed to work myself back into being able to be fit, to be able to be here to second lead the team to Troy, and I'm excited because this is a big stage for all of us, and it means so much to everybody, including myself. So on a personal note, I feel good and I can't wait.
Following Friday's encounter, the two sides will clash again in the second leg of the FIFA World Cup qualifiers on Tuesday, March 26th at the A.O. Shirley Recreation Ground on Tortola. Reporting for 284 News, I am Kamal Haynes. Well, up next, viewers, more local content.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands. Start the year off with more. More speed, more downloading, more savings, and more Fire. CCT Fire Fiber Internet gives you the speed you need to keep the whole family connected. Packages starting at $119 with speeds from 300 megabytes per second. Super fast, unlimited downloads, even more reliable connectivity, plus free live streaming TV for the family to enjoy. Sign up for the absolute best fiber internet service in the BVI CCT Fire and pay no installation fee. Plus, get CCT Live TV for free. You deserve more. Get more with CCT. Life Unlimited.
Welcome back, viewers, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Well, this past Saturday, 4 young contestants took the stage in the Virgin Gorda Easter Festival Prince and Princess Show. Well, here's a look at their exceptional performances throughout the event.
award season and Treboy wears a dashing midnight blue three-piece suit detailed with captivating applique on the shoulders and detailed tightly on the lapels of the jacket. And opening the jacket, he revealed a matching cummerbund to accentuate his jacket. And to complete this ensemble, it is paired with a white shirt and matching red overalls. The boy is fit for the red carpet. Introducing contestant number 1, Prince, the boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, meet Chelsea the Explorer. Today, Chelsea is going on an adventure to explore the beautiful Virgin Islands. Chelsea wears a special made outfit for her adventure. Her red and white short pants ensemble was designed using the red and white territorial material. Stylishly, one leg of her pants is white and the other is red. Chelsea wears a hat made of the territorial blue material and carries a backpack with her map, water, and snacks. Her black shoes are enhanced with strings of the blue territorial material. So much to see, so little time.
Promise of a beautiful sunrise. As dark grapples to linger, orange beams strike longer. The night becomes a memory to remember. Yellow streaks win, the show shall begin. I am a promise, I am a possibility, I am a promise. With a capital P, I am a great big bundle of potentiality. And I am learning to hear God's voice, and I am trying to make the right choice. I am a promise to be anything God wants me to be. I could go anywhere that He wants me to go. I could be anything that He wants me to be. I could climb the high mountains and cross the white sea. I am a great big promise, you see. I am a promise. I am a possibility. I am a promise with a capital P. I am a great big promise.
Chelsea's evening wear was inspired. Chelsea's evening wear was inspired by the sky is night in all its radiance at Easter time. The top of the gown is a soft yellow light in the moon, is made of lace in a floral design. The lace extends to form the half sleeves of the gown. The bodice of the gown is based with blue, which flows to form the skirt of the gown. This blue chiffon is enhanced with white glitter on the entire skirt, the way the stars adorn the sky. A blue satin band at her waist. Let us officially crown our prince, Mr. Treboy Stevens. Virgin Islands Basketball Prince 2024, Mr. Treboy Stevens. So Prince, you are now officially going to await your princess for this year's Virgin Islands Festival Prince and Princess show. The 2000 2024 princess is none other than contestant number 3,
Well, at the end of the show, Trevor Stevens was crowned the 2024 Virgin Gorda Easter Festival Prince, while Chelsea Dyer was crowned the VG Festival Princess. Well, Chelsea also won Best Introduction, Best Creative Character Wear, and Best Talent. Angela Nikki won Best Evening Wear. But the final crowning of the Virgin Gorda Easter Festival Royal Court will take place this Saturday at the Miss Virgin Gorda Easter Festival pageant. Viewers, that's all we have for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com and like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Kamal Haynes, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a safe and enjoyable evening. Bye-bye.